Adventures with Abbie and Lance. Today we're going to be in our Environmental Center's exhibit room. Today we're going to go and look at the life below the surface, the dens and burrows, the animals that you'll find in these places. So y'all can follow me. The first one you might find in the state of Alabama is a red fox. Now you also have the gray fox as well. Now these are some of the animals that you'll find underground. They're pretty small in size, as you can see, in comparison to, say, your average large dog, right? Up here we have brown bats. Now, of course, you don't really want to do a whole lot with brown bats. They can carry lots of diseases, so you want to stay away from them if at all possible. But you also find these just hanging out in dark places, and as you can tell, they typically like to hang upside down. Next here we have the armadillo. Now the armadillo, as you can see, his shell, he can kind of fold up into a ball when threatened. Now a lot of people, you can see these on the sides of the road. Sadly, they are ran over a lot. They can't see very well, and they do also carry many diseases, including leprosy. And they mostly go off their sense of smell. They can hear slightly, but they can see very, very little. Now here we have a mole. Now moles are pretty common, and a fun fact about moles, they enjoy a diet of worms. So one way to actually get worms to come up to the surface is you can take a stick and try to mimic the sound of a mole digging, and you'll see worms start to rise up to out of the ground, thinking that there's a mole coming. Now, these little guys, they kind of do lots of tunnels all throughout, and a lot of people might have problems with them in gardens and stuff because, typically in a garden you'll find different types of earthworms and things like that. So these are also a pretty big problem if you do have a garden. Now, next here we have the coyote. Now, the coyote actually was not indigenous to the state of Alabama and came from out west, but they've been here and integrated themselves so much into our ecosystem that now they're a big part of it. Now, you can see this guy here. They come in darker colors than this, pretty average around here, and they look about like a dog. So you might want to stay away from them. They typically travel in packs, and those packs can get up pretty large to upwards of 40 in some areas. Now, our next guy we have here is a groundhog. Now, many of you know of Groundhog's Day, which is February 2nd, where they have a guy who comes out, and if he sees the shadow or not, depends on how many more weeks of winter we have. Now, groundhogs, they really enjoy these very overgrown, grassy, green hillsides. They get pretty large. They get bigger than the one that you see here. He's kind of a small to mid-size as compared to a lot of them that you will see. And he is one of the animals that burrow down into tunnels. Now here we have the eastern garter snake. Now the garter snake is non-venomous, but they can be very aggressive, so you have to watch out. Now the garter snakes, they typically have this yellow black stripes that kind of run down its back. They also have some white on it, usually on its belly or around the sides of it. But they are one of the snakes that enjoy to hide in little holes or burrows, maybe something that a mole has dug out. They might follow up behind it. Now our last one here is the eastern cottontail rabbit. Now you'll find these all over. Of course, they have a very big diet in different types of plants. And they are super fast, but a fun fact about them, if they're ever scared or think anything's ever chasing them, they actually run in a circle. They always circle back to where their den is. And this has been the underground life that you'll find in the state of Alabama. Thanks.